Hey guys, welcome to today's lesson. We're going to begin by going over what you need to know about logging your food today. Those people who log their food, this is a proven known fact, will have twice as much success and lose twice as much weight than those who don't log their food. So using an application as powerful as what you have access to now, you're going to have twice as much success and lose twice as much weight when you do it consistently than if you didn't. So you need to learn the basics on what you need to learn on searching for foods, incorporating some of the components like favorites, groupings, and recipes so that you can log your foods as quickly as possible on a day-to-day basis. So I want to show you the basics in this video, so let's jump in and learn what you need to know.
Okay, welcome to your first nutrition lesson. Today what we're going to do is spend some time learning how you use and log your food from within your nutrition page. Keep in mind, 80% of your success is going to have a direct correlation to what you put into your body on a regular basis. So therefore, logging your food is essential to your success. Remember, you will be twice as successful when you log your food on a daily basis than if you don't. And it's just something that makes you highly accountable to yourself and to me in terms of what you're feeding your body. Because remember, you are what you eat. So let me show you how you'll log your food. Now, each day you're going to notice a little green apple icon. That represents that you have a nutrition assignment that is due, and that represents your food log. So if I click on a day and I come down here and see nutrition, please log your food, that means that I do have a true assignment of logging my food. I actually will start logging my food by coming up here and clicking on that nutrition page button. And this opens up your current day's food log. And then you do have the ability to go forward or backward to backlog. If you want to click on this little calendar icon here, you can go back and backlog however many days that you wish that you may have missed. So it's a great way that if you don't simply have time to log on a specific day, you can always come back in here and backlog any day that you would like. But we're going to go to the future and where we currently are here. Now, there's a couple ways that you can utilize this application. You could simply click on the food search button or add a food to take you to begin logging each particular food. There's also a My Favorites page, a Foods Groupings page, and a Recipe Builder page. I'm going to actually have a video for each one of these. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time inside of your food groupings or recipe, but I am going to show you a little about your food favorites whenever we take you through and I show you how to log your foods. At the bottom are today's nutritional values as you add your food. So you'll see your totals, your goals, and then here's that important calorie budget level there. My goal is to stay between 16 and 2,000 calories. Every single one of you are going to have a little bit different level. So please make a special note as to what that is and do your best to stay within that budget. As you add foods, you're going to see what you have remaining for each one of these components. And at the end of the day, you have the ability to click on the meal summary button to see a scoring system of how you did. So let's begin on adding just some basic foods. And I told you you have one of two options. You can either click on the food search to begin adding, or you can click on a add a food link beside whatever meal component you want to add to. So we're going to add some breakfast components. I'm going to click add a food right beside breakfast. And I had some skim milk. Now, before I begin, I just want to tell you something about this application. In the process of building this whole nutrition logging system, I used all of the most popular nutrition logging tools that are currently online right now. I took what I liked from each one and I took what I did not like from each one, and I molded all of those different components into this system, which will allow you, once you get proficient at this, to log foods as fast and as quick as possible, so you're spending as little as time possible in front of this screen logging your foods. And eventually, I know that you'll get to the point where you can log an entire day's worth of food in less than 2 minutes. But we have to begin with a basic understanding of how the whole thing works so you get proficient at it. So to add a food, all we do is we start typing a food name into the search box. So I had some skim milk and a half a cup of cereal this morning. So I'm just going to start typing milk. When I do, the database box is going to populate below it with all of the foods that have the word milk in them. And if you come down and you scroll down to the bottom here, let me retype that in just for a second. There we go. Now it's populated with all of the words that have milk in it. And I have to scroll down until I find just the milks. And there we go. I just went by them just for a moment. But here you go. Here's the 1%, 2% chocolate, low fat, chocolate, non-fat, so on and so forth. And here's the 1 cup of skim milk that I had for breakfast. When you click on that cup of skim milk, below the database box will be a nutritional value box that appears to show you the nutritional value of the food that you have selected. So if I wanted to look at 1 cup of whole milk, I would click on it, and then there's the nutritional value for 1 cup of whole milk. I'm going to go back to skim milk because I want to add that to my breakfast. Now, the most important point that you need to make sure that you check before you add foods to your food logs is to check the serving size. Here we're dealing with 1 cup. 1 cup of skim milk. So up here is asking you your serving size. How much did you have? Well, I indeed had 1. But let's say I just had half a cup. Well, this is a standard number that's not going to change. If you only had a half a cup, you have to change it up here to, say, 0.5. And when you do it, you can see the nutritional values change down here whenever you change the serving size. Okay, but I had 1 cup, and I am going to add this to breakfast, but if I would click on this, I could add it to any of the other meal components that I wish. So when it's all ready, 1 serving, 1 cup is going to go to breakfast. Now, when you first start in here, you're not going to have anything in your food favorites, but skim milk is something that typically I have every single day. Well, I don't want to have to search for it like I just did there, so I'm going to put this in my meal favorites so I have easy reference to it the next time that I want to add it. So what I'm going to do is click this box down here that says add this food to my favorites. And when I click add food to meal, not only is it going to add it to my breakfast, but it's also going to add it to my food favorites. So I'm going to click add food to meal, and you're going to see here that it added it to my breakfast with the basic nutritional information like calories, protein, fiber, and sodium. But if I come up here to my food favorites and click on this page, you can see that it also added it directly into this page for future easy reference. And that's really cool and a feature I would highly suggest and recommend that you take advantage of, because the next time that you want to come in and add skim milk, you could come into your food favorites and do it from here instead of doing it from the food search box. So please take advantage of that. Now, something else that I want to show you, I'm going to come back here to my nutrition page. I want to drop the box down here and show you again that it totaled everything up. Here's how many proteins, fats, so on and so forth I had across my goals, and then here's what I have remaining. I have 91 grams of protein left to shoot for today, and then all the other nutritional values have been updated according to my goals and what I need to meet nutritionally. So this is a very powerful screen. That's the basics. I'm going to show you in the next video how you can get great search results so you're not getting frustrated and disappointed with not being able to find a lot of the foods in the database. So I'll see you again in the next lesson with an in-depth look at the food search box. I'll see you then.